Hello, my name is Emanuela and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be having a very nice interview with one of the pharmacy best graduating students of 2023, and yes, from the University of Ibadan. Last year we had Farm Cynthia and it was so nice. It was an honor having Farm Cynthia with us. So this year we have someone else who is also beautiful, precious, and is here to help us. She's going to answer a lot of questions. So I implore you to please watch the video to the end before making use of the comment section to ask your questions, because your questions might be answered already in the video. But even at that, please make use of the comment section and tell her congratulations, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And if you are here and you know someone you would like me to interview, please make use of the number that's displayed on the screen, or you can send me a mail at the email address that's displayed on the screen. That's medicaldiaries@gmail.com. So please, you can get to me through that number, you can get to me through that email. And even if you don't have someone that you want me to interview, please get in touch with our WhatsApp TV through that number. All right, thank you so much. So I'm going to tell her now to please introduce herself. She's going to tell us about herself, her beautiful self. Yes, she's going to tell us about her beautiful self. So please, can you tell us about yourself?
Hello everyone. So my name is Abiono Damilola. I'm a recent pharmacy graduate from University of Ibadan. Like she earlier mentioned, one of the best graduating students for class of 2022. Actually, we are class of 2022.
Okay, Corona.
Exactly.
Made
us get inducted in 2023. So, okay. I'm actually passionate about SDG3 and SDG4, and these are really spurred me to set up an online community, not just one, two actually, online community that sees to that. And then I'm the founder of Your Health TV, which, to the best of my knowledge, is the first medical WhatsApp TV. When I say first medical WhatsApp TV, what I mean it's the first WhatsApp TV that is health oriented, and we've been able to reach over 1,000 of individuals in the last 3 years, and we've been able to help them make better and healthy decisions as regards their health. Then also, like I've mentioned, I'm also passionate about SDG4, and this also made me to build an online community where we share updates on how to apply for undergraduate scholarships. And in the last 10 months or thereabouts, we've been able to help not less than 25 aspiring scholars to actually get the scholarship of their choice.
Question. So she's passionate about SDG3 and SDG4. So how, if somebody wants to get to you or get involved in the community, how will the person get involved in it?
Oh, like I earlier mentioned, we have WhatsApp TV, not just only on WhatsApp. We also have an IG account, we have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook page.
And the name is Your Health TV.
Yes, on Twitter it is Your Health TV. On Telegram, sorry, on Instagram it is yourhealthtv.ng.
At the end of this video, towards the end, I am going to display the names on the screen so that you can check the names out. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Okay, so has it always been pharmacy or nothing? Right from when you were a kid?
Okay, if it was from when I was a kid, no, because I never liked to take drugs. Because you expect that a pharmacy should be someone who likes drugs. I don't like to take drugs. I don't even the smell. When my younger ones come with all this anti-malaria pack, I chase them away, please, because I don't just like, it's nauseating. Almost everyone knows that. So I don't like drugs at all. So from the start, it was never pharmacy. I remember when I got my JAMB form in 2015, for weeks, I could not feel it because I didn't know what to feel. Because earlier, the course I had in mind at first, the course I ever had in mind at first was petrochemical engineering, for a very selfish reason though.
Okay, so what was your reason?
Because when we were in SS3 then, our sister was just telling us about oil and gas industry, how that we have so much money there. So I remember that days, some of my classmates and I were TV, so we were just talking, no, let's go for petrochemical engineering. So at the end of the day, we end up enjoying the oil and gas. So when I got home and I told my mom, okay, well, what are we going to write? That's why I told her petrochemical engineering. The next thing I just said, no. Not like she was totally against, not like she was really mad about it, but she just didn't want me to. So I was like, okay, if I'm not doing petrochemical engineering, I don't know what I'm going to do. But one thing I know I'm not doing is I'm not doing MBBS because I never liked biology from the start. So I was just saying, okay, when you have course for me, let me know. So that was when she just came up one day and told me, okay, why not study pharmacy? At that point in time when she mentioned it, I didn't even think of the fact that, damn, you don't like drugs, damn, you don't like to take drugs. When she just mentioned it, there was this joy in my heart. I was just so happy about it. So afterwards, I just realized, oh, damn, why are you so happy about it? I don't remember the fact that there was one of my secondary school seniors that I so much respect. And at that point in time, it was in UI also, studying pharmacy. So when she just mentioned pharmacy, my head just clicked. That senior is also in UI studying pharmacy. And that really gave me so much joy, and I was just so excited about it. So that's how I found my way in pharmacy. And it was not just a suggestion out of maybe just a thought or something, because when she was eventually telling me about how she came up with the course pharmacy, I discovered that it was something that was spirit-led. So it was according to the leading of the Holy Spirit. That's I eventually, thank God that I was not disobedient, or thank God I didn't have to struggle with it. That was how I eventually found myself
studying pharmacy. Yes. So how has been the path so far?
Journey in pharmacy school. Actually, it has been stretching.
Okay.
It has been stressful.
Okay.
And it has really
expanding.
Exactly. You see the way I've been
I've
been demonstrating it. You know, there's something about the human mind. There's no limit to how far you can go.
Yeah,
don't that just cage yourself and put limits to yourself.
Kai.
When you feel you can't do something,
please, someone should give me something. I need to be writing.
So when you feel you can't do something, it's actually a lie. You can do it. At least, yes, you can do what's through Christ, which strengthens you. Christ is going to strengthen you, but eventually you are going to be the one to do it. Yes. So there's actually nothing you can't do. It's just what you've made up your mind to do that you eventually do. So pharmacy is, like I would say, pharmacy, no course is easy. Every course is actually hard. Just that what makes each of those courses exactly, and even differ from one course to another. But regardless, every course has its own way of its own way of hardness, or has what makes it
pounding.
Hard, actually.
Pounding on someone.
So yes, pharmacy
this operation is too much.
Sorry.
No, I mean this girl.
So pharmacy school, the journey, almost 5 years turned 6 years and 5 months. So like I mentioned, it was really a stretching
6 years and 5 months.
Because of ASU strike, because of those strikes we had. So it was really a stretching on, and I really appreciate the fact that it exposed me to possibility. Like that, this is possible. Just set your mind, that's it.
Kai.
It is possible. So it was. School is actually a very great place to be. Okay. There's something we always say in pharmacy school. If you can survive pharmacy, there's nothing you can survive in this life again. Because what pharmacy will take you through, in your head, you'll be like, can I survive this? And the fact that you survive is enough reasons, is enough assurance that there's no way you get in this world that you will not survive. So pharmacy built something in us, and just made us fit for wherever we find ourselves. So yes, the pharmacy school was really a great place to be, and it was really, really interesting. Like, it's a part of the story of my life that I really, really do love. Thank you.
Okay. So can you see that even when I want to liken her story to that of the physiotherapy best graduating students that wanted to study, I think, industrial chemistry, but later his own was divine. He said he was just praying and he received physiotherapy. So he went into physiotherapy. He didn't want to study it before, but in the journey he started enjoying it. This is to say that when you get into school, and probably a course was suggested to you, it's not a reason for you to be like, is any result I give them they take.
Don't be nonchalant about it.
It is not good, because someone is paying your fees somewhere, even if it is not the course you want to study. Even if at the end of the day you want to drop the certificate.
Exactly. That's always an excuse.
You are paying for the program.
And whatever your hands finds to do,
you do it well.
There's no point doing it if you not do it well.
Yes, please. So, before I go into study pattern, have you been the best in your class right from primary school?
The best in my class right from primary school? Not necessarily the best, but I was not an average student.
Okay.
I was not at the middle, but I was somewhere close to the top, but not the best.
What kind of primary school did you go to?
You see that my primary school?
Like, I mean, in terms of numbers.
Okay, in terms of size. Capacity. Okay. So it was not a very big school, and it was not a small school. Okay. Let me just say average. Not like so
how
big.
Many in class?
I think we had 30 something. Around 30 something.
That's quite a number.
Yeah, 30 something.
That's quite a number. So, okay. That means I am bringing this up because I know from Cynthia was saying it was when she came in 200 level that she was like, she can. She found out she can. So when did you like start pursuing this best graduating students of a thing?
Okay. So I think I would like to start from my secondary school. I actually went to a secondary school that's, which English will I use now? That celebrates excellence, actually. Because the way our prize giving day is being organized.
You know when you shed hot tears when you're
so the way it's been organized,
you shed hot tears when they are calling names and your name is
exactly. And at the end of the day, you see one student carrying, because the way they do it is if you are the best in the subject.
And parents will not be clapping, teachers will not be rubbing the person's head like this.
So the way it says was if you are the best students in a subject, they'll give you a textbook you need. The textbook for that subject in the next class you are going to. So that's what it was. And when you see people carry books, they even give money and all. So it was really they were able to build a system that really encourages excellence. And this thing that is
school is very important. Cynthia also emphasized secondary school.
Because I remember that there's this saying that what is not, if you want something to be repeated, celebrate it. So if you don't celebrate excellence, you can't get it repeated. Okay.
Okay.
So really that was
my daughter. Where's my daughter?
That was a really big motivation because I remember when it's a private school doing Akure.
Okay.
I remember let me just please, I'm proud of my school. Model secondary school. It really molded us and made us models. Wow. So yes, I
think I have a classmate that went there, and to just say that the secondary school is very nice. I think when she wrote down, she was the best in Ondo State. Yeah. So
the way the whole structure in place really encouraged, really motivate. It was not really, so many people will say such system we fuel competition. No, it was never about competing. It's about you better. Okay, you saw that. Okay, this.
I can't imagine being given textbook for net.
Do you get that's reducing the cost?
If I'm a mother and my child is sleeping, what are you sleeping for?
It was really because I remember when I resumed. When I took the entrance exam, like my primary school was not really one top-notch primary school. But one thing about my primary school was the fact that they gave us value. Whatever we got there was valued. Even though it was not one expensive primary school or something like that. But whatever I got
value
there was
in what sense?
So when I wrote the common entrance to that secondary school, I remember I did not know what the question looks like. I didn't even know anything. I just carried my head. And I sat for the common entrance. So when the results came out, I was able to scale. I was just few marks above the pass mark. The pass mark was 50. Even when I saw the question, I was like, so this is the format of the question. Like I was just so lost and all. So when I got there, 100 level, I said 100 level, so GS1. So it's not really like I was so. But I was just giving it my best. That's something about me. Anything I find, like it has really been one very strong driving force. So that's also what I find myself doing. I give it my best. I always tell myself that there's no point doing it if I'm not going to do it well. So on GS1, I didn't get so much prize, but I got little. So that was enough. Damn, you can do better. You can do better. So all along, yes, at least I was improving as time went by, down to SS3. That's when I entered you. I remember when I entered you, I told myself, okay. When I saw the courses we were doing, I was like, I told myself that if someone does, because the courses looked so elementary to me, there were things we've done in secondary school, chemistry 1, 5, 6, physics. At least the one my set did though. I don't know how the one other set did, but they looked.
Don't worry. Please continue.
They looked so elementary, and I remember I told myself, it's easy to have a first class. At least I'm talking for pharmacy. I know some other art students, their own system is entirely different. But at least from pharmacy, when I saw the courses, I was like, it's actually easy to have a first class. Once you put in your whole, it's easy. And I had it in mind. I've always known that it's always easier to start with something good. So even as you're going along the way, even if anything comes up, at least whatever you started with, you still be able to support exactly. And something about my secondary school, so we're using CGPA. Yes, I was even mentioning that. So we're using CGPA, we're using 5.0. And at that point in time, our A was even from 80. Yes, A was from 80. So really that
exactly UI standard actually.
Even higher than, because A was 80 in my secondary school.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
for yeah.
Oh, it's only for medical students.
Yes, yes, yes.
UI standard.
So the way it's really
School again, say the
Akure,
model.
model secondary school Akure.
that's
I like that.
very
So the way
nice.
it, like I mentioned, it's molded us. There's a way, like it's wired something into me.
I've heard it before that most that in Akure there are many good secondary
Actually,
schools.
yes. I don't want to start advertising.
Okay.
No, actually, they are good schools.
Yes,
They are good
that's
schools.
what came to my mind.
Yes, they're actually good schools in Akure. Good private
So
schools.
just sorry, you followed us to those states now.
Oma, Christine, those schools are
Like-
greater tomorrow. Oma, Christine, greater tomorrow model. Good private school. It's not even like you're paying that much. I think model should even pay the least out of all of them.
Are you
But you are
serious?
getting quality,
Are you serious?
actually.
Please,
guess-
where am I taking my child to?
Can come down to Akure. You're welcome. Yeah, so coming down to you at 100 level, I actually, when I saw the whole thing, you know, it's at that point in time, I heard stories of how people feel 156.
Okay.
The one thing I would like to state is the fact that it's normal to get scared of things in life. Something
yes,
what
it
will
is.
get you scared
was so
will definitely
hyped.
come. Remember I told myself, damn yeah. So it's just like they pre-informed me.
They have like
You know, the thing is actually different. The way
to
it's
seniors
no,
again.
no. Actually, listen to them.
No,
But after you- let me put it
not
like
in the
this.
fear parts.
Let me put it like this.
Not
It's
in the
listening to
fear
them, but after you listen to them, they will tell something. I think there's this part of them that says, prove all things, hold on to that which is good.
Yeah.
So after you've listened to them,
Prove
just
all things, hold on to
pick
that which is
what you pick from there. You're not supposed to take everything they tell you. Even if you are taking it, you can look at it from the good side. That was what I basically did about 156. 156 is hard, so that means this is a pointer to the fact that you need to give it your time very well. That's something I always tell people. Your fear should not be what will weaken you. You should draw strength from your fear. Okay, they say this thing is hard. It's not like you already know this is going to require more energy, more input from your end. So you should give it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it should make you have it at the back of your mind. Okay, whatever I'm coming into will require more time, will require more whatever from you. Then it should actually make you ready and prepare to give it your best. Like I always say, your face should not be what will weigh you down, what will drain you. Some people they'll tell them something, they'll get so scared, they'll be drained, and they will even be able to they'll not be able to put in the right energy. But your fear should be your source of strength. When you come and tell you this is, like I mentioned, listen to senior, but please don't take in everything they tell you. Check which one do I need, which one do I don't need. See it.
And move on.
And move on. And anything they tell you that is bad, look at it from the good side. And then they told me 156 is hard. I look at it from the side that, okay, if it's hard, then that means I have to give it my best so I can get something good out of it. So please, and just make up your mind too. Make up your mind, because I remember I earlier mentioned I did not like biology, and that affected my zoo 114 results. Because when I saw that I was doing zoo, I was like, oh, this one is biology.
I wanted to say that. Funny enough, it's even a misconception in secondary school that biology is medical school is for medical students.
Do you not know the funniest thing? Funniest thing was my zoo 114 was not good, because first semester we did zoo 114 in first semester, and my head I was like, I don't like biology. When we did zoo in second semester, I did very well. When we did physiology in 200 level, I did very well. So that's why I was like, so why did I never like biology?
Exactly. And the biology self is not as if it's...
Do you get?
You can do biology in any department. Any this thing.
Exactly. So like that. So has it always been from this? I knew my secondary school actually built something into me. And when I even came to school, it was not like I want to be the best. So it was never that. What I just knew, I want to give it my best. It was not like I wanted to be the best, but what I knew was I want to give it my best. So along the line, I think something happened in 200 level. When I saw my 200 level results, my first semester, I got really, really motivated.
Wow.
Because it was a perfect CGPA. First semester though. So when I saw it, I was really
100 level.
No, 200 level first semester. I was just entering pharmacy school, so I was really motivated. Okay, damn it. Like it really served as a big motivation, but it was never to the end that I become the best. It was just to help me put in my best. So along the line, I was just always putting in my best. 300 level my best, 400 level my best, 500 level was so shocking, but I tried as much as possible to put my best. And at the end of the day, it eventually turned out to be that my best made me the best. So it wasn't like I wanted to be the best from the start.
I wanted to hold that back because
it wasn't like
I missed audience, but let's just say it out, okay?
So it wasn't like I had it in mind to be the best from the start, but I knew I had to give it my best.
So how does it feel being the best graduating student?
Wow. Actually, it's something I'm happy about.
Okay.
And most importantly is the fact that to me it's more or less like prophecy fulfilled.
Yes.
So it's more or less like a prophecy being fulfilled, because it was something I prayed. Okay, actually, I said I want to give it my best, not necessarily to be the best. But at some point in time, when I saw that my best was not looking like the best, then at some point in time, you see shaking now.
You started kabashing now. You see shaking.
500 level showed me. Actually, I remember, out of the 5 years I spent in school, 5 academic selection, 500 level was the toughest for me for so many reasons, actually.
Wow.
And I got a 500 level like this, and it was looking like, damn, this is your best, is not best, you know. Actually, we've always been running to God. But at that 500 level, it was really, really strong. I remember I finished one exam, I was crying. I've never finished the exam and cried before in UI. 500 level, I finished one exam, I cried.
Wow.
We thank God.
Thank God. Really.
We thank God.
And these things are now stories.
These
things are now stories. Please give it your best.
Actually.
Because even if you are wasting your time will still be going on. Even if you are, so please, it's better to give it your best so that as the time is going, yourself you will be going with it.
Okay, so what is the question you asked? Let me just say this.
Okay, how does it feel being the best?
Okay, yeah. So like I mentioned, it was more like a prophecy fulfilled. Okay. It was something I imputed prayers on. Not to be the best, but just so I could give it my best. And you know, they say something now, if you don't get evidence, you go explain tire. So at a point in time, it was like evidence was not showing. So we had to run to God though. So we really had to.
I did 16 hours. Okay, sure.
Do you get? So at that point in time, you say you will clear my efforts. I'm putting the efforts. It's not looking like it's being crowned. So really, I had to go and run to God at that very, very point. Like I mentioned, I've always been running to God. Has always been the backbone all along. But that's when I need this one needs urgent and more serious.
urgent intervention.
So yeah. So and at least one big thing about it was the fact that I brought smiles to the face of my parents, to the face of those that were related to me. So many people were just happy about it. Endless calls, congratulations, up and down. So it was really something joyous.
There was a time you won one award like that. I remember I shared it on my status, but I can't really remember what the award was.
Okay, it was award of. Although to me, I feel it was the award for the best pharmacy brain in Nigeria.
Yes, nah. That's how they name it every year. Please, I am privileged to sit with the best pharmacy brain in Nigeria.
For year 2023.
Please, you say when you see me, please greet me properly.
So yeah, it was organized by Shalina Healthcare Africa. So they don't. That was the season 4. This year's one was season 4. So I was one who I got the award of the winner. It's called Shalina Young Talent Award. Yeah. So that was it.
Okay, so did you engage in extracurricular activities, or it was all about reading? What are the things that you cut down to be the best?
I will have to correct that. Not to be the best, but to give it my best.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Extracurricular activities. Actually, I'm not the very social person. I don't watch movies. Okay. I don't do so many things actually. Okay.
She doesn't make her hair. You can see that.
But
for facts.
I've never made my hair. I told her already. So I was never the movie type, maybe because of the way.
This hair. I have to be a serious student.
You don't need to cut it to be a serious student.
You see me, no earring, nothing.
What does earring need to do? You have to do reading.
Come out as you are in Manila. It's time. And grasp this thing.
Okay, so extracurricular, like I mentioned, I'm not really the social person. Okay. Like I don't watch movies because right from when we've been young, we don't really watch movies in our house. So when I got to school, I didn't find it an issue dropping movie because I never watched it. It was not like I never. It was something I really, really watched. Yeah. So it was easy for me to just blend videos, something like that. So I did with all these. They are going for all this party. It was not my thing. But yes, I took on some extracurricular activity because something about me.
Church programs.
Exactly. Something about before I say that, something about me is the fact that I'm not the type that likes to find myself everywhere. Yeah. Because I feel there's no point being everywhere and you'll not be able to give it your best. So if it's not just about the quantity. Wherever you are you able to give it your best? And looking at pharmacy. And like I mentioned, some of the extracurricular activities I was involved in. I was active in my school fellowship. I was also active in my faculty fellowship. I even served as Esconaut once not twice.
Which one?
Okay, so in school fellowship, I was one time assistant academic secretary.
Okay.
Then also one time academic secretary, and
It
I'll
has to
see
be
why.
academics. It has to be academics. Okay.
Then in faculty fellowship, I was one time assistant academic secretary and under-level coordinator, and I was 2 times general secretary and academic coordinator. So yeah, because I had pharmacy, I had school fellowship, I had faculty fellowship. So even when I wanted to pick up some other things, I was really considering my commitments in these 3 things I have on ground already. And you know, so many people be like, are you sure you don't have regret at the end of the day? Someone made that statement that day, and I said, I'm very sure I'll never have regret, because one thing I had at the back of my mind was the fact that it's not enough to be certified. CERTIFIED. Everybody who came into school will eventually become certified. Either you did only pharmacy or you did pharmacy and so many other things. But much more beyond me certified, ensure you are satisfied. SASTIFIED. So at that point in time, I had to ask myself, damn, are you satisfied with these things you are doing? Are you just okay with pharmacy? Are you just okay with school fellowship? Are you just okay with faculty fellowship? Don't you wish to do some other things? And at that point in time, I think, yes, I got an answer. At that point, I was, not even at that point, even till now, I was satisfied with it. So it was during COVID break, and I decided, okay, damn, this is a break, because pharmacy will never give you time for yourself. During school, even during break, you have to go for IT and all. So during COVID break, I just found that, okay, damn, it could actually, because like I mentioned, I've always been passionate about SG3 and SG4. So during COVID break, I actually pursued that very well. And I was able to achieve, I'm not fully done, we're still in the process. But the fact that I was able to start that, even while I was still a pharmacy student, that really made me satisfied. Exactly. So at that point, even if I was not everywhere, but I ensured that I was not just certified, I was also satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, that's a brilliant one so far. I hope you have been enjoying the interview. Please use the comment section and let me know. All right. So we've talked about study methods, extracurricular activities. We've not said something about studying. Okay, please. How do you study, please?
Okay. Before I say anything, I want to send a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Please. Okay, yeah, so I would like to send a disclaimer first. Okay. Whatever I'm going to say here, the fact that it worked for me does not mean it will work for you. Does not mean that's the only way to go about it.
But she's just showing you a pattern that has worked for her.
Exactly.
Which maybe if you actually adopt might work for you.
Or you might even need to modify it just to suit
into your
yourself.
Own standard.
Exactly. So yes, like I was saying, success is a science. When we say something science now, when you follow the method, you can always get the same answer every now and then. There was this habit I built, I think from my own year level. Anytime I go online, I actually like being on my phone. So anytime I go online and I see news pop up, interviews with best graduating students, I can't count the number of news I've read. All those interviews, even videos on YouTube videos, I can't count the number I've watched. Because I just want to hear from them. Let me see, okay, how did you go about it? There are so many times I'll see so many things they will say, I say, damn, this one cannot work for you, forget. And there are sometimes they will say something like, it's a bit like the Holy Spirit is talking to me. So actually I built an habit of always reading up their stories, just to, okay, how did you go about it? You had 4.9. How did you go about it? Let me learn, at least. Either from the good side or from the bad side, either from your mistake, or from your experience. Exactly. Yes. I would definitely pick up a lesson. So that was something I was always doing. But like I mentioned, you are not supposed to put in everything you hear, everything you read. Like, prove it with your own measures and standards, and just hold on to that which is good for you. So at every point in time when I watched that and I read and I saw their studying methods. Please continue. And I saw their studying methods and how I just had to pick, okay, then which one will work for you, which one will work for you. Like I've earlier said, the fact that it worked for me is not an 100% guarantee that it will work for you. So my studying method, wow, like I've earlier mentioned, humans are limitless. That's just the truth. There are some people they'll tell you that, I'm early morning reader. If it's not at 4 o'clock, I cannot read. When I got to pharmacy school, they did not tell me. Because I've always been someone who loves to sleep, then wake up early in the morning to read. But when I saw the workload, the fact that you take lectures from 8 to 1, go for break, by 2 till whenever God says, oh yeah, let my people go. You'll be in lab, and you have to submit the report the next day. So you basically had little or no time for yourself. So when I saw the whole workload and everything, I was not just so rigid on myself. I didn't just forcefully hold on to whatever I've always had in head of, damn me, you're an early morning reader. At that point in time when I said, oh, this situation I find myself demands that I adjust my studying method, my reading pattern. I had to adjust. Like, I mean, please don't be too rigid with yourself. Don't be too rigid with yourself. And that's how we are humans. We can always adapt. If you find yourself unable to adapt in the situation you find yourself, you are the reason why you've not adapted. Let me just tell you like that. Because you can always adapt. See, Nigeria, everything is hard. We've adapted.
Yes.
You see? So if you this system is too hard, this system, you can always, I know it might not be so
Nigerians are the best in that side.
overall best.
Overall best in adaptation.
Not even yet. This is a schooling system. It's not like they are forcefully or they are intentionally stressing you in quotes. It's just necessary. Exactly. That's how it is.
There's nothing they can do.
So
and if you think it's too hard, go and check somebody that's selling something by the roadside. When rain is falling, do you know
they'll still stay
those
back
also pass
there.
through a lot.
So everyone pass through shege.
So
So just make sure you adjust to the shege very well.
Yeah.
So when I saw the workload of pharmacy, I discovered. I remember when I was in 100 level. We're not yet in pharmacy. In 100 level, we're still in sciences generally.
Yeah.
I remember those times I would go for TDB in the night. I will read over the night. When I get back to my hall in the morning, I will sleep. I will sleep till like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. When I wake up, I know it's funny, but I'm trying to compare. I'm trying to compare my studying.
What's the point of the TDB? Sorry.
Do you get? No, let me tell you something. I'm trying to compare my reading pattern in 100 level and when I enter pharmacy school.
Okay.
So I will sleep till afternoon. When I wake up, I'm always happy.
That you do.
I did TDB. I did not sleep. I came back. I slept. I was always very happy. Then by the time I woke up, eat, start preparing to go for TDB again. And that was because what I was doing then was not much. We're not doing many courses. Yeah. So that pattern.
But to someone in 100 level is still much. Yeah.
But that's why I said just have to understand yourself, because that was something I knew. I remember that phase of my life, I always go for TDB, come back and sleep, wake up in the evening, go for TDB again. So when I got to pharmacy school and I saw the workload, Father Lord, I knew this work cannot work.
It's to wake up from
so
where you are.
I just had to switch up and adapt and just measure up to that standard and measure up to whatever pharmacy was requiring me. Sorry, I'm mentioning pharmacy so much, but anytime you see me mention pharmacy, most times I'm just talking about all courses generally. Whatever the course you are studying will require for you, will always remain constant. Like she mentioned, it will never change. That's how it's always requested from you. It might just be made easier, maybe by the administration or something. But it's with that thing which shall always be there. But it just left for you to grow into the demands of whatever phase of life you find yourself. When I got to pharmacy school and I saw the demands, they know the type so I had to adjust, did TDVs. So many times I won't go home after practical, stay back in class to read over the night. Because at that point in time, in 200 level, I was staying. There's this way I feel so comfortable when I get to my room. It's always doing like as if I'm at home. So anytime I get to my room, I'll feel so relaxed. And if I know what's happening, I've slept off. And I will not wake up. So, because that's part of what I'm saying. You just have to be able to adapt and just live up to the demands of whatever phase of life you find yourself. When I discovered that, damn, you can't continue like this. This pharmacy school. I had to stop staying in my room.
You have to slap your head. Bam! And give yourself brain.
I had to stop staying in my room. I remember almost like first semester, 200 level, I spent most of my days in the class. Classroom was literally my room. Just had to.
Because I know you said what semester was that?
First semester, 200 level.
200 level. Okay. When the one I'm talking about, I think she was in 300.
Okay.
Were you in 300 level that time?
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, because she spends all her time in the reading room.
So when I discovered that,
it was even Esther. You know Esther now. Do you know Esther?
In pharmacy?
No, in my class. She was
yes.
That
should be 300 level.
Esther was telling me she's her motivation. That was even how I had to notice her. I was like, wow. So
I just discovered that, okay, so I had to give it more time. So I was able to cover up everything we read. So I had to.
So as she's talking like this, don't think it's just somebody that maybe something happened by chance or by luck. The truth is, it's not by chance or by luck. Even those are just passed, even without any any award or anything.
They have to give it.
Do you think
there's something they say to fail in pharmacy school, you have to read. But most likely your reading was not enough. That's why you failed. To fail in pharmacy, you have to read.
So even don't think that they put in the effort.
Actually, everyone.
So don't let anybody deceive you. You have to put in the effort. Yeah.
So I have to incorporate CDBs, MTN. Not everybody will be a night reader.
Yeah.
Because at the start I was never a night reader, but when I just discovered that this face I find myself demands.
This is not the kind of person I am.
As in, I really don't like to hear that statement. See, you can. I always tell people when they make that statement. When people make that statement and I see a need for them to actually adjust and they keep making that statement, I will tell them, see, I don't limiting yourself. And I want them, it's not for life. I'm not doing TDB again. I'm not doing MTN again. I'm just even now waking up.
TDB means till day
break. Sorry.
That's what we
like night reading.
That's what is used in UI. So MTN means morning till night. You want to read from morning till night. Yes.
Yeah. So I have to incorporate TDBs, incorporate MTN. Did at least any point in time, if I needed TDB, put it. If it's MTN, put it. If it's TDB and MTN, put it. Then there's something I was always doing. You know, I've heard so many people ask me, is it normal to forget answers to questions when you get to exam hall? It's normal. Don't feel something is wrong with you if you forget answers. It's actually normal. I know this one, I don't have your type of brain. There's nothing special about our brain. It's just to the extent to which you've maximized and utilized it. No, there's something they always say that.
Sense of belief in yourself.
There's something they always say that there's a possibility that by the time a man is dead, he probably used like maybe just 2% of his brain or thereabouts. There's actually so many. See, you just have to get the best out of your brain.
Yeah.
So, so all this, I don't think I'm chap. It's a lie. Here you are. So,
actually.
So when I'm actually the type of person that I forget things easily. At least that's something I really do. When I read, and I don't read it more than once, I'm always scared anytime I go into the exam and I read just once. So I have to build the habit of, anytime I'm preparing for exam, anytime I'm preparing for test, I read more than once. 2 times, 3 times, I engage passive reading. Okay, what I mean by passive reading is maybe I'm not actively carrying my book and reading it. Maybe when I'm doing some other things, maybe I'm walking down home or I'm cooking, watching. I try and remember what I've read. Exactly. So I really recall. Active recall. So it really helped those things to stick very well. So when I said I was the type that really do forget things fast, I had to read more than once. And imagine some people don't even have time to read it once. How come you're able to read 2 and 3? It all boils down to time management. I could be so detailed about time management so that I remember so many times I'm like, okay, I have an exam by 6. Maybe I have an exam by 9 a.m. and now it's 6 p.m. How many hours do I have till 9 a.m.? How many hours am I going to use to sleep? I'll subtract it. How many hours am I going to use to eat? I'll subtract it. How many hours am I going to use to cook? Let me know the number of hours I actually have left to read. So from that number of hours I have left to read, then I'll divide it. How many topics do I have to cover? So something I'm really very calculative. Sometimes I'll just tell myself, damn, you're like the most calculative person I've ever met. I tell myself because I really like to break things down. So I will not just be lost in the euphoria of there's still time. Actually, there's no time. From effective time management, I was able to achieve reading more than once, reading 2 times.
The time? You assign time to each stuff or what?
Actually, yes. So I mentioned engagement, school fellowship, faculty fellowship. So those ones were compulsory things. I could not run away from them. Exactly. So by the time I sit down, look at my time, but I'm going to church today. Maybe I'll be back from church by 9. Maybe on this we'll have Bible study. By the time I'm back from 9, if I'll be tired, how many hours am I scheduling for sleep? Have it written out. By the time I wake up, how many hours, even I want to talk, put the number of hours you want to use to talk there.
That's very organized.
Even if you want to play,
you see, discipline. Discipline.
Put the number of hours you want to use to play there.
Seriously.
That's what I tell people when you're planning on time.
Imagine putting their time on the number of, you can get to the hostel and one thing will just
one thing will need to want
to. You and your roommates, so this what happens today. Wow.
There was hours gone. So I was just put time. Now tell people, see, even if you are not reading.
What I'm going on with today is to put time on the number of hours I have to talk, on the number of minutes I have to talk. Seriously.
So just be so, as I said, I could be so detailed about time management. So I know what I'm doing. It's not just about knowing what you are doing. I know what I'm doing. I know when I'm doing it. I know for how long I'm doing it. You tell you a day.
When. How long?
Because that's actually, so by the time you know, because some people just say, this is what I want to do. This is when I want to do it. If you don't put a duration, it can always extend and just enter.
And and even enter the next day, you are still.
And you're not still done.
It's 12 a.m. already.
And you're not done. So by the time you, and there's this way when I put a time frame. Okay, I want to read this between these hours. There's this way it keeps me alive because I know that you're dropping this book in the next 1 hour. So you can't afford to be distracted, and you want to cover some. And even when I'm reading, okay, if I say I want to read, maybe let me say I want to read farm care now. I'm not just saying I want to read farm care. What am I reading in farm care? It's not just this lecture. Let them be one of the lecturers taught us. Maybe she gave us like 3 slides. Which of the slides am I reading? Because there's a person that we say want to read farm care. When is that time to read farm care? You not carry the book. Oh yeah, you should like now start though. Even that time you are using.
In fact, I am privileged to be in this interview. Seriously.
So by the time you are not thinking, what am I reading? Should I read this one? You check this one again. Oh, it's looking like it's not looking like.
It happens now. Sometimes when you carry textbook, your brain will get tired.
It's looking like it's not looking like what I want to read.
You will be
thinking where do I start from? By the time you pick 1, 2, 3 materials and they are not looking like it, before you know what's happening, you'll be discouraged and you don't want to read again. So the way I go about, I will have planned them, even for a week, especially when it's always close to exam, I'll plan my day. This is what I'm reading, this is when I'm reading them. Because I didn't know what my schedule for the week is. Like, this is when I'm going to church, maybe we'll have a class, this is when I have a class. So I did plan it out. I will write out the lecturer's part I'm reading, what part of their parts am I reading. So even if I pick up that lecturer's part and it's not looking like it, I'll just switch it with something else. So instead of wasting my time on that same part that is not, you don't expect everything to always enter every time you carry it. But don't waste your time on it. Go to something else. You can pick up something else to enter. Then when I say that part is not entering, ASAP, I don't waste my time. I switch it with another course or another lecturer's part. So I don't know, okay, you are coming here, this one is coming here, and I pick up something else and read. So
next time you just read that one.
Exactly. Instead of you wasting your time on it, so waste time, you will not even steal. There's a possibility that you not grab it all. You just grab just
another method to that too is, I think somebody was also saying when it's not entering, you can leave it instead of reading it. Go and watch a video on it to have an idea. Actually, then later you now go and read it.
Although not everybody learns with videos. Me, I'm not the video type. I hardly watch YouTube videos. I'm the text or image type, so I don't go for videos. So that's why I said, just know yourself. Me, some people tell you, oh, this cause you don't understand. Go and watch YouTube video now. It's not like YouTube video doesn't work for me, but it's never my first option.
Exposure,
It's never my first option. Maybe when I've now read, I prefer to read text and image or just image or textbooks than going for videos. I really don't like to watch videos. So any one of them, anyone that shall works for you. Like anytime I'm addressing someone, I ask, okay, are you the video type? Are you the text type? You know that's why every option you make in this life should be tailored for you. Don't follow the crowd. A person might do so well with YouTube videos. YouTube video might never work for you. So not done because they are doing well.
It's the fact actually.
So just know what's for you. So when like I mentioned, I had to read more than once. Then anytime I'm reading, I jot. No, I can count the number of materials I printed in pharmacy school. I was a soft copy person. Because when I'm reading, I write out what I'm reading. So I just say, okay, what's the point printing and still writing out? Because so many times people are like, oh, where's your notes? Where's your notes? And this jotting is just like the material because, okay, when I read, I try and recall and produce what I read. So I was never this hard copy type. I can count the number of materials I printed with my money. I was always soft copy, read on my phone, okay, try and recall and produce what I read. So I was always doing, so and that helps it to stick more. So that maybe I read it yesterday, then I give it not a long time break, like until the next day. Sometimes I could leave it until the next day before I try and recall it. So if there's one I'm not recalling, then I'll just have to check back. Okay, this is what I forgot, this is what I forgot. So that really helped it to stick. So that anytime I'm writing an exam and I'm forgetting something, it's going to be like I'm saying my book. So if I don't read it very well, it's not like that place is now blurry. It's not blurry. I cannot see what I wrote in that place. So that's actually me. So just understand yourself and just know what works. So if it's TDB, fine. If it's MCN, fine. Don't copy. They give back to you alone. You have your own, what is this, placenta. You don't share placenta into this world. Alone. So don't just copy. You can just pick up from people. But just make sure whatever you are doing at the end of the day is what is best for you.
So
thank you.
Benefits, opportunities of
being a pharmacist. Oh!
There are even benefits of being in pharmacy school.
Okay. Benefit of being in pharmacy school, like I've earlier mentioned, pharmacy school is a place that will really broaden the way you think, the way you reason.
Even and there are scholarships too.
Sure, there are definitely. Even the challenges in quote, we always see challenges everywhere. The challenges that come your way in primary school are not things you can run away from. You have to face it. Yeah. So by you facing it, there's a way it really makes you. It expands you so that by the time you get, like I mentioned, by the time you get out there, there's nothing you know. If you can survive pharmacy school, there's nothing you can survive in this world again. Actually, that's not really like it's not like I'm exaggerating, but to an extent, if you can survive pharmacy school, there's nothing you can survive out there. So from the whole place of building, pharmacy will build you, it will build something in you. Then I should mention too, scholarship opportunities. Yes, just like medical students, pharmacy students will also have a whole lot of scholarship opportunities available for them. And there's something I always tell people, see, those your good grades should not just look good on paper. Let them look good in your bank accounts. Let them sop up some figures in your bank account. So please, you guys
example of scholarship.
Okay, yeah, scholarship. Please,
yeah.
So please, there are so many. Please, there's something about scholarship. We have different types of. Yeah, please. I'm never able to give you full details here, but don't worry. I'm a specialist, by the special grace of the Almighty God, I'm a specialist in that aspect.
Okay.
So there are so many scholarships out there. We have federal scholarship, we have states, we have local government, we have individual, we have foundation. Then we now have the multinational companies. So the multinational companies are all these NNPC, Total, Agbami. So those ones are sort of restricted. Like Agbami will tell you now that they're only giving MBBS. Pharmacy and engineering students. Total zone is open to all. Dentistry too, thank you. Then total zone is open to all. But there's something about multinational there's something about scholarship for multinational companies. It's always certain. You cannot always trust that federal government will pay your money. They will eventually pay, but you can't tell when. But if it's multinational companies, they will pay you when they are to pay you, and it's certain. Then I mentioned federal government scholarship. We have FSB. Can apply for that one.
Nigerian liquefied and natural gas.
LNG, yeah, that's for new level students. They didn't pay you. Huh? What happened? What did they do?
I just know that those that are on that
they didn't get my
scholarship
money
before they pay themselves. Is very,
but
very hard.
let me say, multinational companies are still reliable.
They have paid, but
actually,
they are not paid anything.
Even with that, they are still more reliable than federal government, because you know eventually they'll pay your money. Or like federal government can just.
That one is still government something.
No, NNG is multinational.
Is it multinational? And they are doing
because
like
in Nigeria, it's actually all these multinational something.
But I know that they are having issues. In fairness to them, before somebody watching that's working there will come for me. In fairness to them, I know I think they have some issues
because of the economy, exactly, and they are still giving out these scholarships.
It's not easy.
So for states, you can check for your bursary. Your state might give bursaries. Then for foundations, we have MTN giving out scholarship. Some individuals will just come up with bursaries
for
science,
engineering.
Yeah, I think science and technology students.
Science and tech.
Yeah, so there are actually so many scholarship opportunities.
PTDF, very important for tech and engineering. I think that's the highest paying.
Yeah, I think 250. I'm right.
No, or PTDF is 600.
Wow. So please don't worry. After by the end of this video, now she will share the link with you. So please, you guys, like I meant, there's actually a part of me. Okay, let me state this. I'm actually someone that believes that once I've been there, you should make it easier for people who also tread that part. Exactly. People who will get your people who will also tread that part. Because when I was in school, I was able to get a number of scholarship, and at that point in time, I thought, this is cool money. You're basically not working for it. In quotes, it's even a source of motivation for you to put in your bed, because at the end of the day, there's money coming up for you. So when I just saw that, this thing is not something you keep to yourself. This is not a type of good thing that you keep to yourself, and that was one of the things that made me so interested in having an online community where we share scholarship updates, assistance for everyone who is interested. So please get scholar. You even need it, not with this one that tuition fee has increased greatly. Please, I would like to say this, you don't even have to be a first class student to get scholarship. There are so many people on 2-1 that are on more. I know people on 2-1 that are on more than one scholarship.
Yes, no.
So please don't because you had 2-1 or something, don't because of that say you can't apply. Always give it a try. It's either you get a yes or a no.
And when you give it a try, you might be shortlisted. When you get it, you might pass more than someone in first class.
Anything can happen. So even once you give it a try, you either get a yes or a no. But if you don't give it a try at all, you're automatically getting a no. So they don't kill you. They will not kill you if you not qualify. They are not collecting your money.
Exactly.
So please always give it a trial. So yeah, then your benefit open to pharmacist. Actually, I'm tempted to say pharmacist is a lucrative job. Okay, maybe not necessarily in the money part, but the fact that I always say something. A pharmacist that says is not employed does not is a very lazy pharmacist that does not also
I don't
work.
think I've seen actually.
Because there's no way you can, like the way pharmacy, like
I don't think I've seen.
the special pharmacy we give you, there's no way you can work. We've seen pharmacists take up telecommunication companies. We've seen pharmacists become managers of bank. I think, is it GC Bank or First Bank now? Recently, one of the, even this OPay, the man that just resigned is a pharmacist. The man resigned recently, I think during their 4th year anniversary. He's a pharmacist. See, even if you don't want to do pharmacy at the end of the day, there's this way pharmacy will wire you and mold you like like I mentioned, there's nothing you cannot survive in this world again. If you don't eventually do
very
pharmacy.
Important. Pharmacy can make you. You remember the person we interviewed that is on masters in Oxford.
Okay. Yes.
I'm going to share his link.
Yeah.
So pharmacy can also make you to go out and
definitely.
And
There are so many scholarship opportunities
yes.
for your grad school. Yes. Like I mentioned, even if you don't want to eventually do pharmacy, anywhere you find yourself, you will survive and do very well there.
So much for watching today's interview, and we are so grateful. All right.
Bye. Thank you.
And the woman behind the camera. Bye.